Okay, round 3 against Phobos. I'm gonna play Alamancer turn 1 like I have every time. Then when we get to rank 3, I'm gonna draw all level 1 cards like I have every time. Oh, fun stuff. At least I drew the Necroslime, the Tarsus, and the Darkshaper Savant, so I can play all 3 of them. Or level all 3 of them. I think they're the 3 best cards in my deck. I haven't drawn any of them, but I'm confident they're the best cards in my deck. You know what's weird? I leveled that I forgot to level that Blightwalker last game, which was bad because I knew he had Nexus Pilot. I just like misclicked and didn't level it. But I actually never drew it again, so I guess I got rewarded for misclicking because I actually did end up drawing the Glider and playing it. Wildwood Sower makes a seedling whenever one of his creatures gets blocked. I'm going to level the Darkshaper Savant because it does less than the other 2 creatures in my hand. I don't really want to block the 3/6. It doesn't really do anything. And he's not an Aloyan, so I can play creatures away from it. Whatever, I got one level out of this Alamancer plus a creature, which is usually more than Technosmith gets. I can Death Current one of his creatures. This is a random level 1 creature he controls. So if he makes a seedling, I can actually randomly kill it, which is awful. Primal Surge. This is when I think I Death Current here. This would be much easier if I had a Matrix Warden, because I just play Matrix Warden, pump the Tarsus, and then kill the Wildwood, but I don't have one, so I have to do a little bit of finagling here. I think my best play is to Death Current, hope I hit Tarsus, which kind of is loose, but I want to kill the Tarsus this turn, and I want to level the Death Current. And waiting till after combat is probably better, but it lessens my chance of getting Tarsus. Plus, getting either Tarsus or Wildwood Sower is good. Getting the Seedling's not that great, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Nice, I even got it. I got the Tarsus. It is random, I just clicked it, because YOLO. And then play the Grimgaunt. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to play anything else. Attack the Tarsus to make my Necroslime larger. I probably shouldn't have done that, actually. Just force of habit. I should have just attacked and had a 4/1 and a 5/5 instead of a 5/2 and a 6/3. Because now most of my creatures die. Though I can move Grimgaunt Predator into a side lane and into the middle lane and Siphon Augmentation it. 2/2, 4/4, 6/6. Much stronger than Primal Surge, which he's already played. Probably the strongest of the Surge cycle, actually. So what do I want to level this turn? Probably Blightwalker and Siphon Augmentation. Those are the 2 strongest scaling cards I have in my hand. Well, I mean, Necrotic Grimace scales the hardest, but that was a really weird play. Just a Contagion Surge my Necroslime to put a Seedling into play. Is this random, or does he get to pick? He gets to pick. Oh, my opponent's thinking quite a bit, which means his hand's either really bad or really good. And considering he's already played 2 Surges in level 1, I'm gonna go with really bad. So he probably kills Tarsus, and then it might be better for me. Nah, I'd rather have a 7/7 Grimgaunt in the middle lane, hit the Wildwood Sower and make it. That's kind of loose. Putting a Seedling in front of the Grimgaunt Predator, it just gets bigger. Necroslime this, so pump it. I want the free Siphon Augmentation. It's quite strong. and then play Blightwalker. I could... Yeah, I might as well pump my Necroslime using the Blightwalker, because that way I could just get to turn its 2 health and 1 power into 2 health and 2 power. I have a 9-5 and a 7-6 in play, which is quite large. Ooh, and a level 2 Death Current, so I can kill a level 2 creature, or less, that he controls. Whew. I'm battling my heart out for this poor Silverback. So, a 2-2 and a 4-4. That's that card I didn't like in the draft earlier. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I hit this time. So, Death Current. If I current the Oozling, it's good. If I current the other guy, it's fine too. I could eat one of my creatures. I could actually put that in front of the symbiote first. So I guess I just play the Necrotic Worm, because the 4/5 is not that much worse than a 5/5. And this way, I at least get to start leveling up a Necrotic Worm, which is a very large creature. Then attacking. I really like Necroslime. It's a strong card. If only I would ever draw the level 2 version. I don't think I've done that yet. But the level 2 version is actually insane. It gets +4/+4 every turn for 3 damage on another random creature. You can always find a creature to do 3 damage to. I killed both my guys. I'm gonna play Phantasm and then Matrix Ordinate to make a big creature. Even though I have like an Ionic War Charger and a nonsense, he's gonna be playing level 2 creatures. So having a 5/7 that can shrink other things is gonna be better than playing a bunch of like 4/7s, because it's just about the same amount of power, but this one has actually utility. Okay, finally drew a level 2 creature. And it's like the best one in my deck. This card is actually absurd. It's by far the best card in Necrim, I think. Corpulent Shambler is pretty good too, but Darkshaper Savant is where it's at. My opponent is slow. None of this really does anything. I can shrink his Etherhound so it does less damage to my Phantasm. But I think what I want to do is play Nrali Ooze for when I draw the Necroslime next turn. Shrink his Legion Hydra, make it a 2/3, and then shrink his other hounds. So this way I kill both his creatures. My Matrix Warden's a 3/1, my Phantasm's at full health, and I have, well, I'm not going to draw the Necroslime ever, but I played to it. I don't know if you notice how, like, unlike in this current set, the set 5, I usually play towards the middle 3 lanes on the battlefield, because there are a bunch of side lane interactions and Necrim's the best color. But in set 1 and 2, I always play towards the outside lanes, because the middle lane has a lot of Aloyan nonsense, like Nexus Pilot, and I don't really want to be in that lane, and Aloyan is the best faction. That's a weird block. I mean, it just kills my guy. Oh, that's not the card I thought it was. That's a 3/8. I thought this was a Vengeful Spirit for some reason. The 3/1. Like, it's very strange. But now, yeah, it's not that strange anymore. Contagion Surge. The free Contagion Surge to make a sapling. So now he's finally comboing off. Sort of. It's not that great. I'm going to play Wildwood, or Shambler. Shrink his Wildwood Sower. I could play another level 1 Death Seeker or a Ghastly Touch to shrink his sapling, but the sapling doesn't matter. I'd rather have a level 3 Blightwalker than like additional board control. He gets to make another sapling. Maybe puts it on my Savant again. Maybe he puts it, yeah, probably. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to get any value off the Savant, because I'm not going to play it. I'm going to play this and my Alamancer. I wish Elementor had, at level 3, I wish Elementor just leveled the card in your hand instead of discarding it and leveling it. But I don't think they really did that outside of Legendaries in set 1 and 2. I think Delpha Chronosculptor leveled card in your hand, and so did Synapsis Oracle at rank 3. I remember reading Synapsis Oracle for the first time and being like, oh man, this card's insane. It levels a card in your hand and you don't have to wait to draw it. We've come a long way. So play this, pass turn, or battle, then play the Alamancer and get its regen. And I finally win a game. Woo! Okay, sweet. So now, if I win the next one, I get a silver pack. I'm up to bronze right now. So let's go to the final round.